Hi YouTube friends, I'm sure you recognize Huell Howser. I watched him for many years doing personal interest stories. I'm not much personally on watching regular TV. I just something I'm not interested in. But I do like watching Huell Howser. There are times I've clicked on his programs on YouTube and 4 hours later I'm still sitting there. This guy's a real pro. He can make a doorknob story look interesting. He's also credited to being a major influence on some other YouTubers. Today we'll take you to Tennessee where he started out. We'll go into California. I've got some footage of his dome home, his unusual home in Newberry Springs, California. We'll take a look at that. I've also pulled in some funny and interesting video of some of his programs, so stay tuned. Huell graduated from the University of Tennessee. He was president of his graduating class. He earned a degree in history, not journalism. He was a Republican. He served on the staff of Howard Baker. Howard Baker later became the chief of staff for President Ronald Reagan. His first TV job was with WSM TV in Nashville. This is a young Huell Howser. He interviewed the likes of Dolly Parton, Loretta Lynn. Tough job, huh, friends? And here, this is 1980. He's interviewing the greatest country singer in history, George Possum Jones. Another young Huell Howser. This led to a weekly TV series called The Happy World of Huell Howser, aired in Nashville, Tennessee. My good friend, the Spa Guy, who happens to be an Elvis historian expert. Friends, click on his channel, subscribe to him. If you like anything about Elvis, you'll thoroughly enjoy what he does on a regular basis. He shot some footage for me in Gallatin, Tennessee, where Huell's from. We'll take a look at that in just a second. But first, before that, I want to share with you what the Spa Guy says about Huell Howser. Huell Howser was a true pioneer in the personal interest story. Long before YouTube, he set the standard. The Spa Guy, 2018. And now here's the Spa Guy.
This was Gallatin Road, which goes all the way from Westmoreland all the way to Gallatin, or they call it Nashville Pike back then. Now we call it Gallatin Road, because if you stay straight on this road, it goes all the way downtown Nashville, 1st Street. That's the reason they call it that. But if you see, this one right here is 129. His house was 131, so it would have been right about there. That's 137 right there. So Huell Howser was born in a house right along in here, Gallatin, Tennessee. So this says 116 Public Square, but I think it was probably more than one. I don't see an address here. So that's 108. So, and it's still a law office. This would have been, inside this building would have been Huell Howser's dad, his law office. And I think it was broken up into multiple units at one time. So Huell's dad would have worked right there at the Sumner County Courthouse, of course. And this right here would have been 114. It's combined, as I say now, 116, but at one time it was 2 units. Or they broke it up, 114, 116, something along those lines. So you can see that attorneys are still in this building. And that was 1945. So this square reminds me a whole lot of Back to the Future. And you can see that it says Public Square right there. So Huell's mom and dad moved to 2159. That's 2144. So obviously an odd number would be on that side of the road. So the home would have been somewhere along in here, right on the road, and you can see that they've all been torn down. That one down there that's still there in the trees is in the in the 2200s. So 2159 would have definitely been right along in here. And you can see that this house was here way before even then. So that house was definitely here. So Huell Howser would see this house across the street. So somewhere right along in there. And this is still Nashville Pike, or what we call Gallatin Road. If you go that way and stay on this road, it goes all the way downtown Nashville.
Thanks again, Spall Guy. Huell ended up going out to California doing a program called Visiting with Huell Howser. He also did a regular program with PBS called California's Gold. Huell also did a music video, and I'm sure he had to be talked into doing it, so I want to share that with you too.
California, here I come, right back where I started from, where bowers of flowers bloom in the spring. Each morning at dawning, birdies sing at everything. A sun-kissed miss said, "Don't be late." That's why I can hardly wait. Open up that golden gate, California, here I come. California, here I come, right back where I started from, where bowers of flowers bloom in the spring. Each morning at dawn and birdies sing at everything. A sun-kissed miss said, "Don't be late." That's why I can hardly wait. Open up that golden gate, California, here I come. California, here I come. California, here I come, right back where I started from, where hours of flowers bloom in the spring. Each morning at dawn and birdies singing everything. A sun-kissed miss said, "Don't be late." That's why I can hardly wait. Open up that golden gate, California, here I come. California, here I come. California, here I come.
The country boy did well in a big city. Huell had most of his success in California. He did a program on Pink's. That's a really good hot dog place in LA. It's worth going to. I've actually been there myself. After I watched this program, I went to Pink's. I remember watching a program on the tallest building west of the Mississippi. My hands actually got sweaty watching this because they're washing windows off on the side. Louis and Huell. Louis a cameraman. Here's a good story he did on Calico Ghost Town. It's also a good one too. What started all this is I wanted to film Huell's dome home in Newberry Springs, California. And I went out there and I shot some footage, and I put my drone up in the air, Seymour, and let's take a look at some of my experiences that day. So here we go. Stay tuned. Well, I did the best I could. I'm out here at Huell Howser's dome home, but this is what you run into when you come out here. Have a gate up, and it says no trespassing. This property is protected by video surveillance. Trespassers will be prosecuted. And right up here, you can see that's the home. There you go. Then I can see some water straight ahead. That's called Howser Lake. That structure out front, that's an apartment. And there's the dome home. But I think what I'll try to do is maybe drive down here a ways and see if I can put Seymour up in the air and get a better look. Let's give it a try. I don't know how to work out, but let's try. Okay, I ended up flying Seymour around the property, and you'll see that footage here shortly. Driving back towards Newberry Springs, California. This road is kind of rough. It's like this for about 6 miles, and the dome home is right through here. You can see it out in the middle of nowhere. So anyway, the fella came out to the gate. You know, they have surveillance there, and he came out and was a little bit grumpy. He didn't really like me being there, and so I did my best not to cross the property line with Seymour. But I don't know if I did or not. But he says he's got me on video, and he wanted me to wrap things up quickly. I didn't really feel welcome. But anyway, I'm glad I came out and got some footage. And today's Saturday, and it's a pretty good day. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Here's some more pics of the Dome home I'd like to share with you. This last pic has some missing shingles. Being an insurance guy, I've noticed that, and before we can insure a property like this, those tiles would need to be replaced. Just thought I'd throw that in. Here's a funny California Goats visit Huell did at Calico Ghost Town.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Frontier justice.
Now, next time you come back, have long breeches on.
What'd you say?
I said next time you come back, have some long breeches on. That there's undies. Men wear long breeches, not undies. Isn't that right, boys?
Looks like somebody stole his britches.
Yeah, buddy.
Maybe he just came Very back much from so. Vegas.
Yeah, there you go.
He lost
Did
his
you
things
just
in
come in
about a
from
week.
Vegas, where they took all your money and your breeches too?
Here's another one I hope you'll enjoy. I remember this one about Huell losing weight and then falling off the wagon by having a donut.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Huell Howser, and here I am eating my salad. I've got lots of lettuce here. There's some chicken on the top. It's mixed in with a light vinaigrette dressing. This is all part of a promise I've made to myself to eat in a more healthy way, a better diet. And what I've done, I've cut way back on my red meat. I've cut way down on my carbohydrates. I don't eat much pasta, much bread. I don't eat any sweets. I don't even put sugar in my tea. And you know what? It's working, because even though I've only been doing it for a couple of months, I've already lost some weight, and more importantly, I feel better, not only physically, but mentally. I feel like that what I'm doing is making a difference. But as well as all of this is working, I still firmly believe that from time to time, it's okay to fall off the wagon, to eat some sweets from time to time. Not a lot of sweets, but every once in a while to have something sweet to eat. And that's what this adventure is all about. We've come to Westwood, which is one of my favorite parts of town. We're here to see some history, and more importantly, to fall off the wagon. And believe me, when we fall, we're gonna fall in a big way. Finally, a good donut.
You want some milk?
Yeah, I got the fat-free milk going here to kind of cut the calories down a little bit.
Very little.
We have had an absolutely wonderful day. There's nothing better, not only the donuts themselves, but the guy and the women who work here, Stan, your history, the love you put into your donuts.
That's really what it's all
It's
about.
all here, and it's a wonderful testament that quality survives even in today's world.
Thank you, son.
That's been our day, falling off the wagon here at Stan's Donuts in Westwood. Come on down and fall off the wagon for yourself. It's not so bad, especially if you drink fat-free milk along with the donuts.
Right.
That's my donut right there. A fresh, hot
Well, you're going to burn your fingers.
peanut butter pocket from Stan's Donuts. And now for our donut update. Because after our visit, Stan made an executive decision and decided to rename the peanut butter pocket donut the Huell. Words can't describe my appreciation to Stan for this honor. And so the next time you visit Stan's Donuts, have a Huell or two and watch almost magically as your waistline grows.
You know, doing research for this video, I was thinking, the guy to really talk to would be the cameraman, Louie, the behind-the-scenes guy. He's probably loaded down with stories. If you can just get to him and talk to him or maybe find a book. Well, turns out he just recently wrote a book. I've ordered it online. I'm looking forward to receiving it, reading it. When I do, I'm going to come back online and do a book review on Dave the Insurance Guy's YouTube channel, so look for it. Huell died 2013 of prostate cancer. He was never married and no children. He left his estate to Chapman University. He left the Dome home and his home in 29 Palms to Chapman University. I'm going to bring in some footage of Huell talking about a scholarship he set up called California's Gold for Chapman University. And friends, if this video that I'm about to bring in doesn't move you somewhat, then you might not be breathing. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to you. I appreciate you watching this video. And I'll see you at the top.
A 100 years from now, when there won't be a person walking on this planet who knows or cares who Huell Howser was. 100 years from now, when there won't be a person on this planet who ever watched California's Gold or has any idea what that television series was all about. But you know what we've done? We've created a scholarship called the California's Gold Scholarship. So what will happen 100 years from now, long after people have forgotten me and my television show and all that stuff, is that the words California Gold will come to mean to those students who are the future of the world and who appreciate those scholarships every cent they can get, helps them meet their goals and their dreams and helps them reach their goals, what they want to do in life. To get a California's Gold Scholarship, the name, the words California's Gold, they will mean what California's gold has always truly meant. Not the gold, the literal gold nuggets that they pulled out of the earth. Not the riches that people got when they came here, but the dreams that brought people here and are still bringing people here. California's Gold and getting a California's Gold Scholarship will mean that, and that lasts forever.